YouTube? We're back with another episode of What the Hell Am I Doing? And today, we're back with an episode of Spicy Sports Betting. UFC 284 starts in a few hours, and I figured, well, Tommy's asking for it. Joshua's asking for it. I know Husky Hakuna / Pierre's asking for it. So, yeah, that's about all who's going to watch it, but why not? This is what I do on the side. We do the Explorers as the main thing on this channel, but we do wacky stuff on the side, so hopefully some of the new viewers will get it. Today we hit 700 viewers, so at least at the moment I'm at 700 or more. So it's kind of a big moment, so why not? Let's do some spicy sports betting. Let's pick 2 of the fights tonight. We're not going to do 3. We're not going to go too crazy. So the first fight on the card that I'm going to do tonight is Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett. This is going to be a good fight. Yair is he's kind of a flashy guy. He's an exciting fighter. He's been in some real run and gun type of wars with some guys that they'll allow that to happen. So he's exciting to watch when guys will fight his fight. And, if they're willing to stand there and exchange with him or play the stand-up game, then, he starts to let go. He starts getting flashy. He's really fun to watch. And Josh Emmett's fun to watch, too. Josh is a stand-up guy as well, but Josh is more of a headhunter. Josh is going to look to just knock your head out of the octagon. So this is a good combination of 2 guys that like to stand and bang and be exciting, because one of them is going to try to be a little bit strategic and a little bit flashy, and the other one's just going to try to take his head off the whole time while he's doing that. So that makes for a really exciting match, and I think that it's going to be one that's worth watching, and it's probably a risky one to be picking, because really this fight can go either way. I think Rodriguez should win the fight. I think he's the more talented fighter, but he can get cocky, he can get complacent, and he can get caught. And that's a realistic thing that can happen in this fight, especially with a guy like Josh Emmett, who is dangerous, and it will not surprise me. But that being said, I'm going to take the risky play, well, the somewhat risky play, and I'm going to pick Yair Rodriguez to win the fight tonight. So I think what we'll do is, if I lose, we'll do a Flaming Hot challenge. We'll do a Flaming Hot, but of course I'm going to make it my version of it. So if I lose, we'll do Flaming Hot with 1 teaspoon of Champ's Power Flakes as punishment. That's what I'm going to put on Rodriguez winning the fight. And then the next fight, I'm going to pick the main event, which is Champ versus Champ. It's the lightweight champion, Islam Makhachev, versus the featherweight champ, Alexander Volkanovski. It's going to be an interesting fight. Every time I bet against Volkanovski, he's beaten me. He's made me look bad. I don't know if I think it's happened a couple times on Spicy Sports Betting. If you go back in the past, I think I've voted against him before. And there's a couple other fighters that, for whatever reason, when I pick against them, they win every time. And if I pick them to win, they lose. So Volkanovski hasn't done that to me yet. He hasn't lost when I've decided to pick him. But I have picked against him and lost in the past. So this is a bit of a nervous fight for me, though, because he is going up in weight. He's fighting a guy that looked very drained to make weight yesterday. Makhachev did not look good trying to make weight yesterday. But that being said, he's going to be the bigger guy. He's a really big lightweight fighter to begin with. I think Volkanovski's got his hands full. He's a great fighter, and every time I bet against him, like I said, he proves me wrong. But this fight's going to be a tough one. He's going to really have to deal with a wrestling heavy a game tonight. He's going to be put in positions against his will all fight long, and if he can't get out of those positions, he's going to be stuck in those positions. But even if he can get out of those positions, he's going to be constantly fighting somebody who's going to be pushing him against his will. And I know that Volkanovski has the gas tank to go 5. I don't know that Makhachev does. Even though he's the champ, I don't know if he can do that kind of a pace and that kind of game for 5 full rounds. But every time I've said that, I've been wrong. So, this is one of those fights where, I could be wrong saying that again. It's a question mark in the fight, but I don't know if it matters, because he's going to have his way, I think, at least for a little while, with Volkanovski. I mean, maybe Volkanovski will defend a few takedowns early in the fight, and if he can keep it a stand-up fight, then it becomes more of a fight that he can win, and that's where things become interesting. But the thing is that these wrestling guys, they just keep coming at you. They just keep coming at you. They keep wearing at you. Eventually, they get you once, then they get you twice. Then they are able to punch you because now you're worried about the takedowns. And then their game becomes a little bit more dangerous because the takedowns are starting to have an effect. And then, you know, some guys, that's when the energy starts to get sapped right out of them. We've never seen it happen to Volkanovski, never once. But this is the fight where it could happen. It's a really risky fight to pick Volkanovski, I think. You know, he's definitely going against everything. And if he wins this fight, he truly is an impressive champion, one of the pound-for-pound best of all time. But that being said, Islam Makhachev is the real deal. He proved it his last fight. You know, he's been talked about for a while, but, you know, he's really proving it now. And I think tonight he's going to have a very tough opponent in fighting Alexander Volkanovski. But I think Makhachev's wrestling is really going to be key in this fight. If he cannot take Volkanovski down, or he cannot control him very often, and when he gets him down, then it's going to be a different fight. But I personally believe that he's going to be relentless with his wrestling, and he's going to eventually take Volkanovski down or wear him down, get him into bad positions, be able to contain him, beat him up, score points. So I'm going to pick Makhachev to win the fight. And if he doesn't, I will add a quarter dropper of the, let's do the challenge death shot. Let's do the even hotter ones. So I'll do a quarter dropper of a challenge death shot, death shots into my flaming hot mixture. And of course, if I lose the other bet, then I'll have to do the teaspoon as well. So that could be really rough. But we got to see how the fights go first tonight. So I'm going to get this edited and uploaded. And we'll see how everything goes. And if things go against me, then I guess we'll be doing some kind of a punishment next week. And if not, then you guys will have something else to watch, because I am working on something else that I need to get out. So there's always that. All right, that's all there is for this episode. Got to get things done, so got to wrap this up. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel there. Check out the last video, which is an amazing explorer of the Olympians' abandoned home. Check out this random video here. And I'll see you guys next week, possibly with a punishment or possibly with something else. But I'll be doing Explore for sure on Thursday. See you then.